Baton Rouge's Morning News. Karen Henderson, Kevin Meeks with you. All the violence that's going on in Iraq now has led to rising gasoline prices. We want to talk about the effect it's having back here at home with financial strategist Clark Hodges, who joins us now. Good morning to you, Clark.
Good morning, Karen. How are you?
Hey, we're doing great. Can you give us an idea of what we're seeing now and what we can expect to see with price of gas as we see the violence continue there in Iraq?
Well, I think when the story initially came out, you did have a bump in prices at the retail level of gas prices, and that seems to have flattened out. Now, any more headlines like the headline we heard about the Sunnis taking over part of an oil refinery in Iraq, anything like that doesn't help. And so you could get a second wave, if you will, of prices going up based on just matter-of-fact headlines that could worry and put a strain on the supply over there. See, Iraq is the third largest exporter of oil, and we are about a 3 million barrel a day purchaser of that. So it does have an effect. It is something that probably shouldn't go up as fast as it does at the retail level just based on a headline. But that's the real reality of what happens when you have that headline.
But
you get a bump fast at the retail level.
But if they've seized, the bad guys have seized part of that oil refinery, it's the largest one in Iraq, what happens if that thing goes up in smoke?
Well, you've got a supply issue on 3 million barrels a day in the United States. Now, there's probably reserves. There's probably a backup. The reality is the headline's worse than the reality.
Exactly. I mean, but if they somehow that oil refinery, that big oil refinery gets blown up, you're right. The headline is going to make our gas prices over here spike. You know good and well it will. Yes.
Oh yeah, it'll be $3.80 overnight.
Well, because it's anticipation. It's the possibility of the worst case scenario happening. What are we seeing in terms of gasoline prices? How much of a rise?
Well, right now we're about the same we were a year ago, around the $3.65 range nationwide, and that's funny to say, but we as Americans are probably used to that level. That $4 level seems to be a psychological threshold that a lot of people can't get over. And once you approach that $4 level, I think you start to see habits change with consumers, and they stop driving as much, and they'll probably go out to eat less, and they'll probably take less vacations or change vacation plans. So right now, I bet you most people listening to us right now aren't overly consumed with the $3.65 range, but if it was $3.95, I think they'd be having more thoughts about it on a daily basis.
Yeah, I'd certainly get my attention. Financial strategist Clark Hodges. Thanks, Clark.
Thanks, guys. You have a good day.